Hello and welcome to Study IQ. I am your friend Rahul Saigankar. I hope you are all in good spirits. Today we are going to talk about Russia-Ukraine crisis and its probable impact on India. Now, in our previous discussions, we have spoken about the impact of Russia-Ukraine conflict on India, right? Predominantly on Indian students. Many of the Indian students have been brought back to India. There would be impact of crude oil, of course, which we are right now feeling. I had told you that the crude oil prices would increase, because of which the petrol diesel prices are increased. Not just the crude oil, the gas prices, also the LPG prices have also gone up. We had also discussed with respect to the tea exports. India exports huge amount of tea to Russia, and the orders from Russia have almost stopped. One of the biggest impact was with respect to the sunflower oil, because the biggest exporter of sunflower was Ukraine, and now cooking oil prices in India are increasing continuously. In fact, I'll try to make a more comprehensive video where I'll give you all the things together, what would be the potential impact or what has been the impact of Russia-Ukraine crisis on India in our subsequent discussions. But right now, we are going to talk about how the Russia-Ukraine crisis is boosting India's wheat exports. India is now going to export wheat to other countries because of the Ukraine crisis, because the void has been left out both by Russia and Ukraine, who were big exporters of wheat, and the market there has stopped because of the war, because of the sanctions. So now India is swooping in, which becomes an opportunity. So here we'll make a critical analysis of India's wheat exports. What is India doing, to which countries or to which markets are we exploring wheat exports, and how we need to be cautious with respect to wheat exports, because it is connected to food security in India. That would be the agenda of our discussion. To get to know all this information, stay with me on Study IQ till the very end. And if you're preparing for competitive exams like UPSC Civil Service Examination or State PSC Examination, do visit our website studyiq.com. Alternatively, you can also download our app from Google Play Store, where you'll get all the information about our courses. These courses will help you in better preparation of your competitive exams. They will, of course, enhance the probability of you clearing the exam. And do not forget to use the code RAHUL33, capital RAHUL33 without any spaces, to get a huge discount of 33% across Study IQ platform on all the courses. Do avail these benefits. Right, let's begin our discussion. As I told you, Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the subsequent Western sanctions on Russia have affected the wheat exports from the region. And now India is looking to fill this particular void. You can see the news here. Egypt has recently approved India as a wheat supplier. Now, to Egypt, earlier it was the Eurasian region which used to supply wheat, but now Russia and Ukraine crisis has created problem, and wheat exports from Black Sea have been impacted. Now, this disruption has created an opportunity for India. Now, why are we talking about this? As I told you, Russia and Ukraine were two of the biggest producers of wheat and two of the biggest exporters of wheat also. If you look at the wheat exports, Russia was the biggest. It exported, these are the figures from 2020, and we expect in 2 years not much has changed. Russia exported 37.3 million tons of wheat in 2020, and Ukraine about 18 million tons, right? So both amounted to approximately 55 million tons worth wheat. And now this has stopped. Why? Because there is a war going on. Sanctions have hit Russia. Not many people are trading with Russia. So this creates an opportunity for India for sure. And why India is looking at exports? We do have surplus, right? What is the situation as of now? According to government sources, India is going to produce about 100 million tons of wheat in the current season. The Rabi season is going on. In fact, the Rabi season, the harvesting is done in many places, and it is estimated that we will produce about 112 million tons of wheat this season. And our domestic requirement is approximately 24 to 25 million tons for the food security program. So this year, the surplus wheat that we are looking at exports, because we have an opportunity also. Last year, in the financial year 2021-22, our wheat exports, they were estimated to be 7.85 million ton. Now, more and more countries are looking towards India, because Indian wheat is of decent quality. We have surplus availability, and because of geopolitical reasons, of course, because Russia is suffering from severe sanctions, so people are looking towards India. And it is estimated, according to government sources, this year we are going to export wheat of amount of 10 million tons, which is approximately worth $3 billion, 3 billion United States dollars, right? So Last year it was 7.85, but before that, now if you just go 1 year back, the year of COVID-19, 2020-21, it was approximately 2.1 million ton, and now it will be 5 times the export which we did in 2020. A huge number. But despite all that, I'm quite sure you must be thinking, sir, we have a production of 112 million ton this year, but we are simply sending 10 million ton outside. Why so less exports? See, first of all, India needs buffer stocks. I told you 24 to 26 million tons is our requirement for food security programs. We also need to have buffer stocks for food security, buffer stocks for price stabilization. The Food Corporation of India maintains these buffer stocks, and the buffer stock norms as of now are 41.1 million tons buffer of rice and wheat together. On July 1, this is the cutoff date on which the government needs to have these things. 41 million tons on July, 30 million tons on October every year. So we do have buffer stock requirement. That is why we are sending less. Apart from that, this surplus wheat, we need to export it to other country. It is a food item. The other country will have certain restrictions. They have sanitary, phytosanitary restrictions, the quality norms. Apart from that, there has to be pest risk analysis, right? Is the wheat infested by pest? Is it going to impact the other country? So all these things are there. And many of the countries, whenever it comes to food items, they have very strict sanitary and phytosanitary measures. So India is trying to negotiate this. Apart from that, there is logistical issue, of course, right? Wherever Russia supplied, wherever Ukraine supplied, it does not make sense for us to go there and supply, because there are logistical issues for sure. For instance, can we supply wheat from here to say Western Europe, right? It will be much costlier. The transportation cost itself would be very, very huge. So African continent is one area where we can explore, and we can explore our markets towards Southeast Asia and predominantly towards the East Asian region, right? Wherever we have better connectivity. So logistical issues are also there. That is why the target is 10 million tons. This year, approximately 10 million tons of wheat will be exported. And what the government is doing as of now, see, according to the government sources, they have already sent dossiers to over 20 countries where they are looking to ease out the pest risk analysis so that the exports can take off very soon. Once the other country, whoever are importing Indian wheat, they need to clear pest risk analysis. They have to say that Indian wheat pest risk analysis is free. That means there is no pest risk in their country, so they can get it. Apart from that, APIDA, the Agriculture and Processed Food Product Export Development Authority, has sent delegations to Morocco, Tunisia, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Turkey, Algeria, Lebanon. To these countries, we are exploring possibilities of wheat exports. The Commerce Ministry has also put in place an internal mechanism so that the sanitary and phytosanitary applications can be quickly cleared off, right? And the shipments can go very, very soon. Whatever requirements are there, they can be cleared off very soon. The paperwork should be done very soon so that exports go off. Apart from that, the Indian authorities apparently are also working very closely with many countries, many potential importers of wheat, so that their unreasonable standards are eased out. As I told you, since it is a food product, so on a food product, the safety requirement and restrictions are quite immense. So India is trying to negotiate these also. So Indian government is also facilitating these exports. So what is the status as of now? Or is there any cautionary note here? See, what markets are we exploring? India has already won the confidence of our neighbors. We are already supplying it to Sri Lanka, to Bangladesh. Right now, Egypt has also said that we are going to import wheat from India. Egypt, Jordan, and some East African countries, they are likely to procure wheat from India now. So many experts do suggest that yes, we need to explore the wheat exports. Some experts suggest that although this is an opportunity in crisis, but we need to make this as a long-term solution or a long-term revenue stream. They want India to establish itself into new markets, right? Because wheat exports has a potential for earning dollar. So today we are exporting wheat. Many experts do suggest that we need to shift also to other millets and superfoods we can export. We have surplus there also. We can explore these markets. We can start off with wheat and then we move ahead. But there are some people who have shown a cautionary note, right? Some people do suggest that if we start exporting wheat on a higher level, then probably we are looking at some sort of a crisis, because in India there is a problem of food security, right? There is food insecurity in India. So there are some experts who says that according to industry insiders, in the next 4 to 5 months, there might be a possible wheat crisis and export ban might be put up if the production in the next Kharif season and the Rabi season is not enough. So some people show a cautionary note. They say no for exports. Some people say yes for exports, but Indian government has already started this process. We are trying to explore new markets for wheat exports. Let us wait and watch what updates comes on this. In fact, we'll wait for the Ministry of Commerce data, that how much wheat was exported eventually in this financial year. Whenever the data comes, we'll discuss that. But this is an opportunity for India to send out wheat to other countries, because see, of course, there is a food crisis in other countries. We'll be helping them. Apart from that, we'll also be earning the forex, that is dollar. So let's wait and watch what happens. Thank you for watching this video. Jai Hind.